Hello again, everyone, and welcome back aboard Felicity, November 8033 Foxtrot, a Cessna flight training device that I built at home. Let's run on over here and catch the briefing for this evening's flight.
I will do a. We'll start at Juneau, and right now it looks like the winds are favoring a departure off of runway 26. And the first half of the flight is I guess I'd say the easy part, which will have you flying up the Lynn Canal. So we'll depart off at 26, up the Lynn Canal. Make sure you stay to the right up the Chilkoot Inlet, eventually the Taya Inlet, and into Skagway. Right now it appears the winds at Skagway are favoring a runway 20 approach, which is somewhat interesting. So it's a right pattern for runway 20, and you'll be essentially right above the trees on downwind for runway 20. And you'll have to make a pretty tight turn from downwind to final. So it's a little bit of an adventurous pattern into Skagway. There should be plenty of parking at Skagway as well. If your weather doesn't support that and you need to fly in runway 2, that's an easy straight in right off the ocean. However, the departure out of runway 2, should your weather require it, is a little bit more interesting. It makes a comment about flying straight out of runway 2, and if you have to come back out over the ocean to do circles because of the requirement for a pretty substantial climb out if you're flying straight out on runway 2. It's a little bit different. So you'll see that it has you straight out, and make sure you get around the school if you have to make a turn to the left downwind off of runway 2. And there's a little bit of a visual representation that they had in the chart supplement of the departure if you have to go off of runway 2. But if we are departing runway 20, it'll be straight out over the water, and you can climb to gain altitude, depending on what you decide for your path through the mountains towards Whitehorse. So if you want the sectional chart for Canada, if you can sign up quick for a flightplan.com account. It's free, and it gives access to Canadian charts, the Canadian sectional, which is a little bit different than the US sectional. But essentially there's two main options for getting through the pass and out towards Bennett and towards Whitehorse. There's the White Pass, which is a little bit lower, and Chilkoot Pass. Both were used by those prospectors on their way out to Bennett Lake. And then you have an option to follow the river off to the right, or there's a shortcut through a different valley that brings you straight into Whitehorse. Either way, whatever you choose, however you want to get there, is up to you as the pilot. Otherwise, there was one quick the Canadian airspace is slightly different than US airspace in that they have different classes that don't quite match up to US, and they have this extra Class B airspace. So the requirement to fly VFR, should you climb high enough to get over 12,500, then you have to be in contact with ATC if anyone does log on for us to be ATC. Otherwise, their Class Golf is essentially goes all the way up to 12,500 feet, unless you're in an airway, in which case it's 2,200 feet AGL. So slightly different than the US with the common 1,200. But otherwise, most VFR is the same. And just a quick comment on Whitehorse. Uh, since we would be going to customs, they do have, it's just off to the side of the terminal area. If you're looking for a place to go, they have this really short runway. I'm not sure that any of us would try to use it, but it's one direction. You can only land on 20 or depart on runway 2, but I probably wouldn't recommend using that as it's sub 2,000 foot runway. And another comment is the right hand patterns for runway 32 if the weather favors 32. And the last part I wanted to share was uncontrolled procedures are slightly different versus the US for how they handle uncontrolled patterns. You can come in straight into the downwind if it works. Otherwise, their expectation is that you cross on midfield downwind and turn straight onto the downwind, which I think in the US is an optional pattern entry, but that's how they do it in Canada as far as I could find in my research. Not that I have any actual experience, but that's what I was able to find. In the briefing document, there is a snapshot of the Canadian sectional if that helps you. The dashed lines are just their suggested VFR paths, which I don't know if any of that applies to us here today. There is a snapshot of Whitehorse chart as well. I would recommend using or filing a flight plan should we have any ATC that you would have to get into contact with. They would be able to see what our expectation is. Otherwise, if your weather is poor, I'd suggest setting the sim weather to VFR so you can navigate through the mountains a little bit easier. So I guess I'd open up to any questions if anybody has any.
FYI, Edmonton did just come on a couple minutes ago.
Very good. So looks like we will have some coverage with Edmonton Center. So that's pretty nice for us. So I guess as you're climbing out of Skagway to give Edmonton Center a call for your approach into Whitehorse. Any other questions? All right, well, happy flying, everybody, and thanks for joining here tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
All right. So there we have it, sort of. I'll just go over this quick synopsis here real quick. Gold has been found in the Yukon. This was a common theme in 1898 and convinced many prospectors to drop everything and head for Dawson in the Yukon Territory to strike it rich. The issue was the extreme wilderness in northern Canada. To get there, prospectors would have to cross over mountains and travel through rivers to arrive. This was interesting. The government of Canada wasn't keen on all these people flooding into their country unprepared, so they forced them to carry a year's worth of provisions as a requirement for entering the country. They then had to find a way to transport all the gear over the terrain of the Rocky Mountains to arrive on location and stake their claim. This caused them to have to carry on foot roughly 2,000 pounds of supplies. This was typically done by carrying on their back 50 to 80 pounds for a distance, dropping it off, and returning for the rest of the load. This wore a trail into the earth that can still be seen today. See, that's pretty neat. So essentially we're going to be flying over some of these trails that were made. Alright, let's get started up here. Okay. Pre-flight and walk-around's already been done. I already did fuel both wings up. Okay, let's get going. Let's grab my tack time. 5:02.8.
Looks like Edmonton Flight Service Station is online.
Okay. 5:02.8 is the tack time.
Yeah, I think
Alternate static
even though they're
dissolve.
flight service station, I think they still are referred to as Edmonton Center, but I'm sure they'll correct us if I'm wrong on that.
I have no idea. I've never really flown outside the continental U.S.
It's a rarity for myself as well.
Well, I mean, I've done Alaska a couple times, but that's always on you.
Alright. I will say that what we consider approach or departure, they consider to be a terminal.
And one other thing, I'm not sure how much radar coverage they get just because of the mountains.
Alright, start checklist. Okay. Alright, let's get scooted up here. Alright, our avionics are off, our autopilot is off, cowl flaps are open. Circuit breakers are all in. Throttle's quarter. Prop is high, mixture is lean. Master on. Clear prop. I've got one Cessna just off to my left here. Looks clear on the right, clear in the front. Master's on. Beacon going on. Mags. Alright, oil pressure is in the green.
Looks like real world weather is just good enough, at least in Microsoft.
Okay, we'll turn our landing light on for safety.
Yeah, low and slow should be good for me. I think the clouds are high enough.
Pre-taxi checklist. Alright, seat belts. Let's get those on real quick. And our flaps are up. Let's get our avionics on. I don't think there's a weather yes, there is a weather station at Juneau. .2.
Juneau INTL information Foxtrot. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind 210 at 9, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 4000 scattered, temperature 6, dew point -23. Altimeter 2997. Arriving runway 26, departing runway 26. Advise on initial contact you have Foxtrot.
Foxtrot is irrelevant right now. And Baba Lion 78, welcome and thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard, Felicity. Alright, so we got our weather altimeter 29997. Puts us, right around, was it 40 feet or so, and field elevation at Juneau is
As you guys
25
take
feet.
off, if you look to your left, if you're Microsoft, the
25
water
feet
is
there.
liquid just to the south, and then you can see a transition to ice. It's a nice effect.
Alright.
Well, I didn't realize they had done that in Microsoft. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
So,
surprise for me too.
26 is the active. Okay, wind 0210. I do like to set my heading bug to the wind direction, at least on my takeoff roll, gives me a nice indicator. Okay, and we'll set our heading indicator to compass real quick. Which, that is one process I forgot to turn on for the flight. Bear with me just 1 second. I need to go and power up the wet compass. Alright, parking brake is on. Okay, it looks like our compass is alive. Okay, heading indicator to compass. Looks like 170 roughly. Alright, good to go there. And our pre-taxi checklist is complete. We were gonna take 26. Got this aircraft right here that's awfully close to me. Alright. Alright, he's moving. Parking brake off. Let's see if I can just sneak right by it. Yeah, wing to wing, but plenty of room. Okay. Okay, here. Alright, let me just do my run up right here, kind of out of the way. Alright, fuel's on both. Trim is set for takeoff. Flight controls down on the right, up on the left, down on the left, up on the right. Alright, okay, brakes are on. 1800, here we go. Left mag, there's my drop. Right mag, there's my drop. Prop cycle 1, 2, 3.
Juno traffic 204 Tango Whiskey, northwest ramp and FBO taxiing to 26 Juno. Juno traffic, Warrior 276
Alright.
November Delta, taxiing to runway 26 via Alpha Golf. Following other traffic. Juno traffic.
Juno traffic, November 538 Tango Whiskey Kodiak is departing on runway 26 to the west. Juno.
Alright, I'm going to have to adjust something here real quick. Bear with me.
Juno traffic, Beaver, Charlie Mike India Lima Hotel, taxi to runway 26 via Alpha, Juno.
Alright.
Juno traffic.
Brakes weren't working quite right.
Clear of runway 26.
Juno traffic, Diamond Twin 15 November, just taking off runway 26, right turning out to the northwest, Juno.
Juno traffic, Skylane November 8033 Foxtrot is taxiing to runway 26 via Charlie Alpha from the ramp. Juno. Alright. So if I go straight here and turn left in there, that should put me on Alpha. Take that down to 26. Right?
Juno traffic, Twin Otter 816 is departing runway 26, Juno. Juno traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta, departing runway 26 from taxiway Gulf. It will be a left turnout, VFR to the west. I'll have the Otter in sight. Juno traffic.
traffic at Twin Otter is climbing through 1,200. We're turning left-hand downwind, departing the area to the southeast. Juno.
Alright. My nose wheel steering's a bit too sensitive. Alright, I don't see anybody behind me. Let me take care of this real quick.
Juno traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta, departing the area VFR to the west off the left crosswind from runway 26. Juno traffic.
Juno traffic, Twin Otter 4 Tango Whiskey is departing 26, will be right hand turn out to the northwest, Juno.
Alright, let's see how that works out. That's a little better.
That's Discord.
Juno traffic, Cessna 172 Delta goes departing runway 6 or runway 26 with intentions to leave the pattern to the northwest. Juno traffic. Juno traffic, Twin Otter 4 Tango Whiskey is clear the area to the west. Juno.
Something's going on here. Alright, tell you what, I'm just gonna take a different aircraft. We will take the boss 182 tail wheel. I'm in the process of developing a Bush Carenado 182, and that's what I was attempting to use my tricycle gear Bush 182 by Carenado. Still some kinks to work out apparently, so we're using my tail wheel Carenado plane that I developed. Okay, expedite the start here.
And then I'm going to be going northeast, or I'm sorry, northwest to the truck.
General traffic, Beaver, Charlie, Mike, and Diallo Motel, departing runway 26.
Okay, so now why isn't my damn... Never had this much trouble getting off the ground before. Alright, before I go too far. Alright, rudder's working. I don't understand what's going on with my rudders. Alright, well, here's how we're gonna do this. Recognizing it. I apologize for these initial technical difficulties. Bear with me just 1 second. I'm just gonna start the system. I started over here. Alright, let's try this again. Master on, beacon on, full ridge. There we go. Let's turn our transponder on. So apparently I've got a taxiway that's showing on my airport diagram but not modeled, so it must be new. Oh, there it is, right over there. It's alright. Taking the scenic route to make up time. Alright, let's turn our
Juno traffic,
landing
Twin
on.
Otter, November 11816, coming out of the FBO with the second aircraft, taxiing runway 26 via Alpha, Juno traffic.
Juno traffic, Skylane November 8033 Foxtrot is taxiing runway 26 via Alpha, Juno. Final flight plan real quick. No. Oh, we just struck our prop. Okay. VFR type 182. And lightweight category, equipment with /G today. Transponder, don't worry about. We're at Juno.
816 is going to take the intersection departure runway 26 at Foxtrot. We'll be departing the left-hand downwind back to the southeast. Juno traffic.
Airspeed. Alright. Juno traffic, Skylane November 8033 Foxtrot, lining up 26, Juno.
Yeah, Skyway's pretty neat.
Yeah, very beautiful area up there.
Strobe's going on.
Juno traffic, Twin Otter 816 is turning left-hand downwind, departing the area back to the southeast. Juno.
Yeah, I got to visit that Skagway once about 8 years ago, coming in on a cruise ship. It's
Juno traffic, Skylane November
nice
8033
town. Only
Foxtrot
there for a
is
little bit,
taking
though.
26, and we're going to be making a left downwind for a northwest departure, Juno. Alright, strobe's on. Rich, full power. Right rudder, hold center. Airspeed's coming alive, and rotate. Positive climb rate, everything's still in the green. We'll call it a go. Hey Brian. Oh, okay, so Melvin must be right in front of me. Alright. Juno traffic, Skylane November 8033 Foxtrot is turning left crosswind 26, Juno.
Juno traffic, Challenger November 16 Battery Papa's November Marmion Island checkpoint and 14 miles to the southeast. We'll be entering a modified final, straight in final for runway 26, Juno traffic.
Alright, we'll turn on course here now. Juno traffic, Skylane November 8033 Foxtrot is departing the area to the northwest along the Lynn Canal. Last call, Juno. course, I can't believe the amount of technical issues I had on this flight, Brian. Just didn't get off the ground. It was a little bit nerve-wracking to say the least, and then having to make you guys wait, and as I sort through that, not exactly ideal.
Juno traffic, Challenger November 1698, Papa on a 4-mile final, runway T6, Juno, full stop.
I got my ortho done just in time for the event. Using the ARC imagery for today.
A lot of tourist traffic in the city, so I think they want to.
We're gonna hang out along this Alpha 15 radial here, Skyway. And you know what, Brian? I think that was part of the problem I was running into. I've been working the computer non-stop for the last 24 hours, downloading all the scenery. And I restarted it before I fired everything up, but maybe restarting the actual X-Plane program needed to be done. Seemed like everything kind of came back together once I did that, so I think you're onto something.
I actually think where we're at is
computers.
Coverage, isn't it?
Edmonton Center according to that's by all that.
Juno traffic, November 69, about to clear runway 26, taxiing your app, Juno.
It's just that weird area where I'm not quite sure who covers what, but we'll be ready for it.
Yeah, I think I plan to contact them about the time I'm crossing over the U.S.-Canadian border.
Yeah, I think that sounds like the best plan.
So Brian, I added my 4-flight display to my stream. Hopefully everyone can see that okay, and it's not pixelated. And I can't, but I mean it looks okay on my end. Hopefully you guys can see the moving map.
Yeah, if it's the MSFS scenery, I just put that hanger up there a couple days ago. Thought it was a nice addition.
Got about 57 miles till we get to our destination. It's our first stop at Skagway. Ground speed right now, 143, indicating 140.
Chilkoot Pass is passable in real weather.
Skagway, elevation 44 feet. Looks like it's an uncontrolled field.
Looks like the taxiway goes out in front of the
Probably if you want to shorten that taxi in front of me if you want. "39 miles, about 15 minutes or so till we get wheels down roughly for our first leg of the trip." Lynn Canal area is extensive to air traffic, May 15th to September 15th. Must be a popular fishing spot.
Yeah, it's landing on the water. You gotta use a life buoy.
No, I switched to Cabo K. I haven't got the guts to land at 15-mile-an-hour winds.
Winds don't seem bad. Maybe it was live weather or it was like ice everywhere.
Some pretty scenery up here in Alaska, Canada.
Gateway traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta, 2 miles south of the field, and enter right downwind runway 20. Gateway.
Alright, so we're going to expect to enter the right downwind for runway 20 at Skagway.
It's cool. Looks like Center put the ATIS in for us. Indicated as VFR support is 7,000 and some 1,200.
Gateway traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta is right downwind for runway 20. Gateway.
On tc.canada.ca it says squawk 1200 plus mode C for Canada.
I thought it was 7,000. What's that website?
Getaway traffic Cessna 172 Delta Echo is 7 miles southwest southwest of the field. Going to be coming into right downwind for 20. Getaway.
I posted the link in the GA chat because it's a little bit too long.
Maybe it's Europe.
Gateway traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta is right base 20. Gateway.
Gateway. 24 miles, about 10 minutes or so.
Warrior 276 November Delta is final 20. Full stop. Gateway.
Yeah, there's like no difference between base and final almost because it's such a short base. That's Skagway. It's so narrow.
Getaway traffic Cessna 172 Delta goes 3.5 miles from the field, right off of the 20. I'm going to be coming in through right. Going to be coming into the downwind for right for 20. Getaway.
Gateway traffic, Kodiak 86, with you line up on runway 20, and make one of the planes in the plane that accident. Skagway traffic, Beaver, Charlie Mike India Lima Hotel is 15 miles south of the field. Coming in to join the
the right downwind runway 20, and I'll be tugging the west side of the inlet for anyone departing Skagway. Skagway traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta, clear of the active. Skagway traffic.
For traffic, Kodiak 83, you're listening to Uniform 0. Active traffic.
Skagway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta, just turning right into the left, or into the right downwind, runway 20, Skagway.
Skagway traffic, diamond 25 over 10 knots, runway 20, right now, Skagway. Traffic, Kodiak 83, you're listening to 0, and turning
Skagway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta is going to be turning left for base, runway 20, Skagway. Skagway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta is Cessna Skyhawk 172. I'm turning right for final, runway 20 with intentions for a full stop, Skagway. Skagway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta goes clear runway 20, Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Skylane November 8033 Foxtrot, 10 miles to the south. We're going to be coming up the west side of the inlet to join the right downwind 20 for full stop, Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Beaver, Charlie Mike, India Lima Hotel, approximately 5 miles south and bound to join the right downwind runway 20, full stop, Skagway.
listen to the ATIS at our destination. It's kind of funny how it pronounces Lima.
I'll pay attention to that when I get up there.
Skagway weather. Wind 180 at 6, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 4000 scattered, temperature -1, dew point -30. Altimeter 2995.
Alright, got some updated weather information. Alright, I got the field in sight at 12 o'clock. At 12:30 actually. Skagway traffic, Skyline November 8033 Foxtrot is 5 miles to the south on the west side of the inlet. Going to be entering the right downwind to you for join the 20 approach Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta. I'm going to wait for that aircraft that has a 5 mile to the right downwind for 20. I'll wait till you come into the downwind and then I'll take off to Skagway.
Roger, 33 Fox. Alright, full ridge, power back. Just a neat little strip.
Skagway traffic, Beaver, Charlie, Mike, India Motel, turning right, base, runway 20, full stop, Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Skyline November 8033 Foxtrot has entered the right downwind for 20, full stop, Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta. I got you on final there for runway 20. I'll go right after you then, Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Beaver, Charlie, Mike, India Motel, going around, Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta goes lining up and waiting on 20, Skagway.
Please don't line up and wait. I'm coming in for landing, 3-3 Foxtrot.
You're in the downwind, right? 2 Delta Echo?
About to make my right base, 3-3 Fox.
Wait, 2 Delta.
Skagway traffic, Skyline November 8033 Foxtrot, right base, Skagway. Skagway traffic, 33 Foxtrot, right base to final approach, 20 Skagway.
Yeah, just sent a message to the controller about if we're supposed to contact him when going into Canada. It says your obligation is only to call entering the control zone, whatever that's supposed to be.
So we just need to double check and see if any of the airfields that we're heading into are controlled fields.
Whitehorse is, so I'm guessing control zone is the same as their Delta airspace. We're on Whitehorse.
I would agree.
Yeah, that's probably what it, yeah.
Skyway traffic, Beaver Charlie Mike India Motel back on the right, downwind runway 20, yeah, Skyway.
Skagway traffic, Skyline November 8033 Foxtrot is clearly active, 20 Skagway.
Skyway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta Echo is depart runway 20 with intentions to leave the pattern to the north west Skyway, or northeast Skyway.
Alright. We made it to the ground at Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta, taking runway 20, departing behind the Skyhawk, and will climb over the inlet to about 2,500 before departing the area VFR to the east. Skagway traffic. Skagway traffic, Beaver Charlie Mike India Lima Hotel is on the downwind runway 20. Are you already on the runway? I will depart without waiting. I have you in sight. This is 276 November Delta. Roger, I'm turning right base. Charlie Mike India Lima Hotel. In that case, yeah, I'll hold short for you. You can land. You can do it quick. This is kind of slow.
Alright.
I'll hold in position. 276 November Delta.
So we're just gonna hang out here, watch this guy come in.
Charlie Mike India Lima Hotel turning
Parking
right
brake on.
base, runway 20. Full stop, Skagway.
Alright,
Skyway traffic, Cessna 172 Delta has left the pattern now, Skyway.
I'm going to step out for a minute and unload, and we'll be right back. Speaking of loadings, I think part of today's flight was to take some provisions, so I may end up adding some weight to the plane here. Let's see.
Are you guys actually listening to the frequency though?
I am.
See if I can add some weight to that. Alright. That'll make things interesting going up the mountains. Alright, so I added about 500 pounds. Bear with me just a second, I'll be right back.
Skagway traffic, Turbo Commander, November 62908 Papa, will be at 3,006 miles south of the field. We're flying the end of the field at 3,000 under the right downwind for runway 20 Skagway traffic.
Skagway traffic, Charlie Mike India Lima Hotel, clear to runway, Skagway. Skagway traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta, departing runway 20, VFR climb over the field, departing VFR to the east. Skagway.
Alright. Let's see. 135.025. One 135.025. We'll get that on standby. Actually, we'll go ahead and monitor it. All right. File new flight
Skagway
plan.
traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta will do a visual climb over the docks. Will stay clear of the pattern for Skagway.
And our next destination is
Skagway traffic, November 1698 Papa, during the right downwind for 20 Skagway.
Whiskey's 10 south of Whitehorse with Lima for a full stop. November 4 Tango Whiskey. The altimeter in Whitehorse is 2977. ER number 1. Actually, there's no reason at all not to give you a landing clearance. The winds are at 190 at 8. Oh, we just turned around with the most recent weather change. Do you want to change to a 3-2 left per the ATIS, or do you want to swing around from 14 right?
new flight plan has been filed. Alright, remember, we are just monitoring flight service right now.
Stay east of the field.
Yes, Skagway traffic, November 1698 Papa, right base, final 20, full stop landing, Skagway traffic.
Parking break off. Skagway traffic, Skylane November 8033 Foxtrot will be taxiing and holding short at 20, Skagway.
Skagway traffic, Warrior 276 November Delta is directly over the field, 3,000 feet, climbing, departing VFR to the east. Skagway traffic.
I guess I passed the turn to the runway.
traffic, November 16, entering Papa's clear runway 20, Skagway.
And Skagway traffic, Skylane November 8033 Foxtrot is taking 20, going to be making a right crosswind departure to the north, Skagway. Strobes are on. Alright, see if we can get out of here full power. Airspace coming alive and rotate. Positive climb rate. Everything's in the green. Alright, I'm gonna call it a go. Skagway traffic, Skylane 33 Foxtrot is airborne over 20 and making a right crosswind departure to the north, Skagway. How we're gonna get there, I have no idea yet. Let's get up, gain some altitude here. So we might be able to follow this road. Alright, so that's what I'll do. I'll follow this little river ravine thing here, and I'll pick up this road, or railroad. Yeah, we'll see what that happens, how that happens.
Express 1, no worries at all. I know you've just gotten to cruise. Whenever you're ready, though, descend to 14,000. The Edmonton altimeter is 297. Quebec Express, that's correct. And the altimeter is carrying traffic November
6293 Papa's meet departing runway 20. Be a right downwind departure schedule.
Slice through here can probably get us over that way. Looks like there's a corridor there. Level off here about 6,500.
Gateway traffic November 1600 up on the right downwind runway 20, departing Marietta to the northeast. Gateway traffic.
That's no problem at all. Alright, so I'll call Echo Golf Papa Quebec, but I'll try text first. There's no observed traffic for you, so unless somebody pops up, shouldn't be an issue.
Gateway traffic, Beaver, Charlie, Mike, Daily Motel, landing at 1.20 for right downwind departure. Gateway.
Edmonton Center, November 10 Whiskey on a left base, for right.
41 Sierra Whiskey. Whitehorse winds are 190 at 8 knots. You're good to land 148.
Good to land 1 right, 10 Whiskey.
Edmonton Center, hello. November 5615 November, it's a Diamond DA62, 10 miles south of Whitehorse, inbound for full stop information line.
November 5615, November, good day to you. It's Edmonton Center. The runway is 1 right, set up for a left downwind so that you're east of the airport. Call turning base.
Shiner 77, we'll join a bus downwind from runway 14 right, and we'll call you on left to base, Diamond Twin 15 November.
The next right, and then taxi your discretion.
Line the right, and then taxi my discretion, and what's your whiskey?
Quebec Air 1, commence your descent now, please.
Ground speed 145 right now, indicating 125, so it looks like we got a bit of a tailwind. Let's drop down below this cloud here. I guess we'll stay above it.
November, what's your current altitude?
We're at 3,300, 15 November.
Roger, thank you. Air Canada 112, roger.
Drop back down to 7,500 here, now that we're over this cloud.
Edmonton, November 5615 November, turning left base, runway 14 right, at Whitehorse.
15 November, winds in Whitehorse are 190 at 8. You're clear to land 14 left. I'm sorry, 14 right, 14 right.
Clear to land, runway 14 right, Diamond Twin, 15 November.
Who else was calling? November 297 Bravo, you're down and clear. Flight plans closed. Thanks very much for flying this evening. Air Canada 112, thanks.
Alright, so that's going to be my plan. I'm going to take this Bennett Lake and take it up to Route 2 here, which kind of comes down and around and intersects with this waterway, so we should be alright.
At 15 November, you could backtrack and exit at runway 20 if you want, or you can continue to the south end.
Okay, we'll backtrack, runway 20, 15 November.
November, you can taxi at your discretion now.
Taxi at our discretion. And it's 12:05 November.
So we got about 25-30 minutes till wheels down. If we can get there. We never know, we might get lost in the mountains here.
Quebec Express 1, descend. And Express 1, you don't need the 8,000 till you get to Apkit, so there's no hurry. Cross Apkit at 8,000, there's no reason to hurry down.
Alright, I see this route 2. It's just to our north here. So if we follow that, that should take us to Route 1, where we make a left, and that should take us all the way to the field. White Horse field elevation 2,317. Looks like I got traffic below me almost 5,000 feet.
Express 1, descend 5,000. Express 1, you're cleared the ILS approach. Runway 12 in Edmonton, the B-MiG transition. Call turning final. Quebec Express 1, you're cleared the approach. Who else was calling Edmonton?
Miles out. Figure roughly 15 minutes to wheels down.
left downwind for runway 14 right, call turning base. Keep your speed up, please.
You're left downwind for runway 14 right, and call when turning base, and speed up, and altimeter 2.
White Horse Eric Nielsen INT.
Rick Nielsen, Whitehorse International Airport information, Mike. Weather at 0110 Zulu. Wind 190 at 8 knots. Visibility 40. View at 6,000. Temperature 2.9. Altimeter 2977. IFR approach, ND beat, or RNAV white, or RNAV Z runway 14 right. Pilots shall inform ATC of requested approach on initial contact. Departure runway 14 right. Inform ATC on initial contact that you have information, Mike. Rick Nielsen, Whitehorse International Airport information, Mike. Weather at 0110 Zulu. Wind 190 at 8 knots. Visibility 40. View at 6,000. Temperature 2.9. Altimeter 2977. IFR approach, ND beat, or RNAV white, or RNAV Z runway 14 right. Pilots shall inform ATC of requested approach on initial contact. Departure runway.
Edmonton Center, Skylane, November 8033 Foxtrot. Disregard. Edmonton Center, Skylane, November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot, hello to you, it's Edmonton Center. Information, Mike at Whitehorse, the altimeter is 2977. You're currently number 2 to an aircraft about 12 miles at your 12 o'clock. Enter a left downwind for runway 14 right, and all the other aircraft at sight, you're a bit faster than you. Actually, you're about the same speed he is.
Okay, you saved me a lot there. Number 2 to the field, into the left downwind for 14 right, and we'll call the traffic, 33 Foxtrot. Alright, as we begin our descent, we'll go full rich. Pull our power back some. We're gonna drop through this cloud here. Might get a little bumpy.
Quebec Express 1, you're next left. Do you have a gate plan for today? Quebec Express 1, Alpha 2 to Alpha, then Oscar to the apron. Alpha 2 is the high speed you're on now. Turn left onto Alpha and enter the apron at Oscar.
Edmonton Center, November 538 Tango Whiskey is Tango Base.
Left downwind, 14 right.
14 right at Whitehorse.
Hey, Tango Whiskey, Whitehorse winds 1908 knots. Clear to land, 14 right.
Clear to land, 14 right. November 538 Tango Whiskey.
Edmonton Center, Skyline 33 Foxtrot. We have the field and the landing traffic in sight.
Very good. You're about to be number 1. Continue. Three Foxtrot, call turning base.
We'll call the left base 33 Foxtrot.
Lufthansa 455 Heavy, Edmonton. Lufthansa 455 Heavy, climb, flight level 350. And you're requesting 330? That's right, cleared you to climb, flight level 370.
Edmonton Center, Beaver 423 Charlie Lima, approximately 12 miles south of Whitehorse, requesting full stop landing.
November 423 Charlie Lima, good day to you. It's Edmonton Center. Information Mike, the altimeter 2977. You're number 2 following an aircraft at 4,000 feet at your 1130. Advise the aircraft in sight.
Roger. Advise aircraft in sight. 423 Charlie Lima.
93 Charlie Lima, enter a left downwind. You'll be landing on 14 right.
Left downwind, 14 right. 423 Charlie Lima.
8 Tango Whiskey, see if you can do a 180 there if you want to be heading southwest on 20 there.
Okay, I'll just turn around here and,
Yep, taxi straight ahead into the apron, 8 Tango Whiskey, at your discretion.
okay, taxi straight ahead, and then at discretion, November 538 Tango Whiskey, thank you.
Quebec Air 1, go ahead. Well, thank you for flying. Goodbye for now.
Edmonton Center, Cessna November 172 Delta, go with you at 5,600.
November 172 Delta Echo, I show you at 4,300 feet. It's information Mike at Whitehorse, 2977 on the altimeter. The traffic you're following is at your 11 o'clock at 3,000 feet, advise him in sight.
Yeah, I'm at 4,300, and I'll let you know when I get that traffic in sight too, Delta.
Roger, you're currently number 3 in the sequence, and you're going to be following the airplane at your 11 o'clock.
I do have him in sight 2 Delta Echo, so I'll start following him.
Roger, maintain a safe distance behind him. He's a tiny bit slower than you are. He's doing 103 ground speed.
Alright, sounds good, 2 Delta Echo.
Now you'll be entering a left downwind for 14 right.
Left downwind for runway 14 right, 2 Delta Echo.
Alright, almost showtime. Looks like we got a little bit of a displaced threshold there. Upping the numbers. Alright, power back. Me flaps 10. Alright, need to inform him of my base. Edmonton Center, Skyline 33, Foxtrot, turning left base, 14 right.
33, Foxtrot, thanks very much. Winds are 190 at 8, clear to land, 14 right.
Thank you for the winds and clear to land, 14 right, 33 Foxtrot. Flaps 2. There's 14 right.
Three Foxtrot, traffic you're following, just turning final. Call your base leg, please.
Uh, 33 Foxtrot, I already gave you my base leg. I am on final currently.
Oh, my apologies. I was intending 3 Charlie Lima. My error.
Understood, no worry, 33 Foxtrot.
3 Charlie Lima, you're number 1 to an airplane, close final, call turning your base.
Call turning my base, 423 Charlie Lima.
Edmonton Center, good evening. Warrior November 276 November Delta 13 miles southeast of Whitehorse Airport, inbound for landing. Information, Mike.
November 276 November Delta, good evening. It's Edmonton Center. Mike is current. Altimeter is 2977. The runway is 14 right. You're number 3 in the sequence. You're following an aircraft about 7 miles ahead of you at your 12 o'clock. Advise him in sight.
Traffic in sight, November 276 November Delta.
Roger, you can enter the left downwind behind him, and in due course, advise me of your base leg turn.
Alright, strobe 0.
We'll enter the left downwind for 14 right, behind the traffic. Advise left base, 276 November Delta.
And Edmonton Center, Skyline 33 Foxtrot, off of 14 right, holding short on Echo. We would like taxi to discretion to the ramp.
33 Fox, thanks for checking in. You can taxi your discretion. You have the airport to yourself.
Taxi at discretion, 33 Foxtrot. Thank you for your service. Good evening.
Edmonton Center, 423 Charlie Lima, turning base, runway 14 right.
To Charlie Lima, thank you. The winds are 190, 8 knots. You're clear to land, 14 right.
Clear to land, 14 right, 423 Charlie Lima.
Edmonton Center, Challenger, I'm sorry, not Challenger, Turbo Commander, November 62908, Papa 4,500, and 20 miles to the southeast of Whitehorse for full stop landing on Whitehorse.
Brian, what that is a plug-in for X-Plane called,
Edmonton Center, good day to you.
bear with me, I'll tell you just a second.
Data's just rolled over to November. The altimeter is 2976. Runway is 14 right. You're following traffic about 10 miles ahead of you at your 12 o'clock. Advise in sight, please.
Okay, we'll advise on site. We'll grab November and 2976 for the altimeter 998 Papa.
And, Papa, the aircraft ahead of you is about 20 knots slower than.
So that, Brian, that program is a landing rate plug-in, and it's actually called, let's see, it's not one that you run in a menu, but, and I'm pretty sure it's what it's called, landing rate plug-in. There are some discrepancies and controversies about if you do enough research on it, but overall, I think it does what it states that it does. I don't have any issues with it. I think it's kind of a neat touch, if nothing else, just for, a visual, great landing, poor landing, acceptable, things like that. So, if you're new here, feel free to go ahead and follow us. You can catch the next one. If you've come back to see me, as always, I appreciate you. So, we were just with the Virtual USA Flying Club on one of their events. Alright guys, I had a great time. I'll see you guys all later.
Thanks for flying, Michael. Great to buzz around Alaska with you, buddy.
Thanks for coming in.
See you later.
Always a pleasure. We'll see you guys next time. So, other than my technical difficulties initially, I think the flight went fairly well. I was concerned about what type of terrain I might run in between Skagway and Canada, but overall, I think it went pretty well. So, all right. Let's see. Tack time out 5:02.5. That's not adding up because I started in one plane and landed in a different plane. That's alright, I'll figure that out later. Alright, until the next time, you guys all take care,